to touch that. Let us continue. I don't know what the fuck that was. Alright guys, so we are continuing to go through the dads. Next up is our homeboy Craig. Do not fucking interrupt me. How dare you? So, just like last time, I'm gonna go and skip to right whenever we meet Craig and whenever we start getting into the Craig content, because you guys have already seen this at least once. Alright, this is when we see Craig. What's up, bro?
Oh.
God fucking damn it.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
Alright, so we already know what all happens here.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep
Nice.
going through all this shit.
Nice.
Pretty sure we met Craig like 3 times in like our playthroughs. So continue all that until we get to new content. Alright, here's Craig. This is where the new shit starts happening. Holy crap, it's 6 a.m.? Who the fuck wakes up at 6 a.m.? Me. Because I'm an adult. This is what get swole on? God fucking damn. Alright, go to the gym. Hey, my man. I need a few minutes. Why do I sound like Muscle Man? Hey, my man. My mom. You know who else goes to the gym? My mom. I hate myself. So I'm gonna save here. I hate that I just did that. I need a few minutes to wake up. But let's leave it. I need a few minutes, but let's. I need a few minutes to wake up, but let's meet in 20. After a few seconds, another text come in. Sure thing. Meet me at the gym. I stretch, my bones creak. I gotta stop falling asleep on the couch. I throw off my blanket and hey wait, I don't remember falling asleep on the with a blanket. Man, it must have tucked me in after I fell asleep. Bless that child. I reluctantly brush my teeth, throw on the only clothes I own that are even kind of gym appropriate and head out. Also, pause this shit. There's no way to turn up music. I got copyright striked from the fucking treadmill thing that we did the other day. Whatever time. It's gonna happen again here soon. But whenever we did like the running thing, I got copyright striked with that. Fucking, it said it was the Wii music, like the actual music, so I fucking knew it. I knew it was the actual like Wii music because it sounded so familiar, and I got copyright striked. God damn it. The neighborhood. Whoa, that sounded weird. The neighborhood is quiet and serene this early morning. Birds chirp and the grass is still wet with dew. Surprisingly, the gym is pretty crowded. I spot Craig standing out in front, stretching, of course. He spots me and waves enthusiastically.
Oh.
Hey, bro. Good morning. Hey, bro. Good to see you. Definitely not as pumped as he is. Maybe I should have had some coffee before I left. You ready to kick some butt? Ready to eat some butt? Help. With your help, I am. I get the feeling this is gonna be less of me kicking butt and more the gym kicking my butt. But I can handle it with you here. Oh. Bro, dude, that means a lot.
Hey.
We head to the gym and immediately intimidated. All these people look like they could break me in half. It seems like Craig is friends with all of them. Doesn't surprise me. He high-fives and finger guns all the cool jocks in the room. They all look like they could and would steal my lunch money to spend on protein shakes. Bet. Come on, bro. Let's go, bro. I keep saying bro just because like I know he's gonna say it. Come on, bud. Let's warm up. Let's head over. We head over to the treadmills and start walking. Alright, I can walk. Walking is good. This is a decent place to be. Walking. So, I know there's a lot of treadmills.
Oh.
Yes. And those over there are ellipticals.
Oh.
Very good. What's all the other stuff? Jeez.
Bro.
They might look a little scary, but I guarantee all of them serve a specific purpose for building muscle mass. I watch as a dude in the muscle tee flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on the machine. I guess it was once used to process. What? I watch as the dude flexes. Oh wait, I watch as a dude on Muscle T flexes a muscle I didn't know existed on a machine. Why does that sound weird? I think once used to process brain into flex. I don't know. What is that? What's that guy doing to himself? That's a good question. What do you think he's doing? Training to crush people's skulls with his... Bet! Training to crush people's... Training to crush people's skulls with his thighs. He's trying to make his thighs so strong that he can crush people's skulls with them.
Bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason why I work out. Oh no, Craig's turned up the speed. I better do the same. How long have you been doing the buff thing?
Nice.
Couple years. And what do you do when you're not dadding or working or buffing?
Oh.
I coach my twins' softball team. That still counts as dadding and buffing.
Oh.
Oh, I get busy. What do you do for fun? I love learning. I try to educate myself about the world around me. I'm like a sponge for knowledge, soaking up all the intellectual content. You know, history, paranormal, wilderness, survival, aliens, most of those things. So you watch the History Channel too, huh? Yes.
Nice.
We're jogging now. Oh god, we're jogging. Look over the Craig, who hasn't even broken his sweat. How is he doing this so effortlessly? Effortlessly! Why can't I say that? I'm dying. I can feel my life force draining through every orifice of my body. Hey, remember when my fish died in college? No, I don't like this story. Oh god, is he really bumping the speed up again? I guess I better do the same too. No, this is fast. This is very fast.
Oh.
And we were at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do. Oh, wait. And we're at that party, and you vowed to make me feel better. You tell me to create a distraction, so of course I do a sick keg stand, and everyone's cheering. And then I try to steal the fish from the fish tank at the party with my bare hands like an idiot.
Bro.
And then you drop the fish like it's flopping around, so you panic. So you run up to me post keg stand with the dying, dirty fish in your hands that you scooped up off the ground, and you yelling at me that we have to leave.
Bro.
So running out of the frat party with the fish and trying to give it mouth resuscitation. And we get him home and get him into a bowl of water, but the prognosis was grim. And the next day he is alive and well.
Bro.
They never did catch the great fish thieves of the Great Ridge U. And they never will. I shoot off the end of the treadmill and crash into the wall. Jesus, that hurts. I want to see that. Dude, bro, you okay? Craig offers me a hand and looks for it. Oh. Craig offers me a hand and looks me over for injuries. I'm fantastic. I managed to stand up and rub my back. It doesn't hurt now, but I'm sure it will later.
Oh.
You don't have to push yourself like that. I know your limits. Wait, is it always know your limits? Pea brain! I think I might call our gym adventure here. You sure? Yeah. Alright, well, here. I brought you this. Hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green... Gween! I'm leaving. Queen! Craig hands me a shaker bottle full of thick green liquid. I stare at it, what must be an apparent distaste. It's a protein shake. God, my fucking chair's dying too. Oh, thank you. He wants to drink it. Oh boy, here it goes. I take a small sip. It's actually delicious. Well, this is actually really good.
Bro.
And good for you. My special recipe. I'm pretty proud of it.
Hey.
Let me know if you ever want to work out again. Maybe you could try running around the neighborhood if treadmills aren't your speed. No pun intended. Good one. Well, I'm gonna go put some ice on this. Everything. I'll see you around. I leave the gym feeling ashamed. Craig used to order delivery from the pizza place across the street from our dorm, and now he can run circles around me, literally. Man, I gotta work on this dad bod. Or don't. Some people are into it. I get home and lie down on the couch. It hurts to move. Oh god, I'm so old. I'm pretty sure this music isn't supposed to keep going, so I'm gonna, you know, do that thing. It's still going. How long does this music go? Oh no, I must have fallen asleep. What time is it? Oh shoot, it's 3:55. I'm supposed to be at a maid school in 5 minutes. I frankly put on clean. I said that right. Clean clothes and a generous amount of deodorant. I run out the door. There we go. Music changed. I was scared it was gonna stay that same music the whole time. Alright, so you guys already know the drill on this stuff, so I'm gonna skip this whole interaction that's going on. We're gonna get right to the next date. Okay, so this is the barbecue stuff. Sweet. Got it. Love it. Just mood, I'm fucking excited. Let's go. Alright. Let's start talking to the hoes. Alright, so we need to go talk to Evan and Craig. I already know this discussion. There's a lot of big words, and I'm scared. Well, I don't think it's fair to try to compare two art movies like that. Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political time and periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of the time and place. And try to take something like that, say the Rococo period, and try to compare it to the postmodernism of America, you're completely disregarding the context in which the work of art is created. There's too many big fucking words. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Talk to Craig. How did resistance training go the other day? Great. Little River here's a great cheerleader. Aren't you, Tiny Bro? So fucking cute. You're so fucking cute.
Oh.
You can do that. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry for pooping on you. She must be a handful at that age.
Nice.
Oh, they always are.
Hey.
But it's worth it. I'm sorry. I'm also sorry for throwing up on you, Dad. How you settling in? Okay, so there isn't a best response. Okay, this is the best one apparently. It's really cozy in the neighborhood. Our house is really cozy and the neighborhood's beautiful. I'm glad we moved here. Even more glad that I'm even more glad that we're right next to my old best friend. Gives me a playful punch on the shoulder. Ow. I remember that hurting less in the past. Sorry. I've been doing push-ups and stuff. Mitchell, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Oh.
Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine. Damn right she is. And Craig just slides away. Matt points across the yard where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Oh.
What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought you looked cute in it.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt puts on the flower crown and...
Oh.
The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey.
This is my daughter. I can tell. Hello. I'm Carmenista. Mana comes over at Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old friend, and your teacher?
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize you were neighbors.
Ah.
Yep. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Ugh.
Haha, great seeing you. She finger guns her way out of conversation like a champ. She didn't let finger gun move for me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where'd my son go?
Huh?
Oh, God. Ernest, where are you?
Whoa.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking?
Oh.
God damn it, this little shit of a kid. Nope. I stare Ernest along the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable, excuse me. God damn it. Hugo marches over to Ernest and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Hey.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue... Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then spread to my lawn and burned half down my yard, too.
I don't know.
God damn, he's such a little shit. Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey, everybody, sorry about that. Mitchell, this is my son Ernest. Hi. Ernest looks away, sulking. His hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. What grade are you in? Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Ernest. Okay. okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you're just dying to know. Yeah, good for you.
Oh.
Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. He puts his earbuds in and storms off to the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be an authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, as a dad and a teacher, I think that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possibly a cool dad? What? I'm a cool... What are you talking about? I'm cool as a cucumber.
Hey.
See, that right there. You can't say that.
Oh.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we have to be the cool dads?
I
don't know.
Oh.
I think we just have to accept the fact. I think we just have to accept the fact as dads, we become the machine that we once raged against and accept our fate. Unironically, wear the socks and sandals. Your kids might think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard at my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want it. I don't think it's as important as a cool dad as to be a good dad. We can't just be best friends with the kids. It doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. See, I think me and Amanda have that difference there that you're just now describing you can't do. Like, we kind of have that. I'm a cool dad, and Amanda loves me, and I love her. So fuck you. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might be a time that it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us leave your time, Mitchell. Go meet the other people. Burger time. Fuck all of you. This is when we make our dad book profile. Same like the other stuff, I didn't fucking realize that this actually mattered. So, on a Friday night, what are you most likely to do? Craig likes the History Channel, so yes. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. What are your turn-ons? Tennis shoes with long white socks. What'd you want to be when you grew up? A pro skater who's also an astronaut. Astronaut. I think I'm turning Canadian. What's your favorite movie genre? Anything on Laserdisc. What's your ideal date? You know this is the Craig answer. You know this is a Craig answer. Eating a healthy dinner at 4 p.m. What do you never leave home without? And I frequently forget everything. I spend a lot of time thinking about how proud I am about my child. Yes, that answer. That answer right there. I'm not gonna go through it anymore. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and skip to right whenever we can start messaging Craig and get on our date.
You got dads.
What's up, Daddy? Hey, bro. Or should I say neighbor? God damn it. I hate myself. Also, this is the date where we go to the pizza place with them. Well, we actually go to the softball game first, and then we go to the pizza place after. And we meet all the cringy fucking parents. By that, I mean all the cringy single ladies. Amanda, let's fucking go. Get your shit, we're going. We're gonna skip to right whenever we actually start doing the shit. I fucking love this baseball game thing. So, when do the kids start crying and running over the field? You know, your relationship with softball is very different from everyone else's relationship with softball, right? Okay, but if I don't see some kids cry, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. For nostalgia purposes, of course. Not because I take joy out of children fighting for my music. Definitely not that. Craig, you and River just complete the package right there. It's perfect dad right there. They also have a fucking pancake costume doing jumping jacks on the field. I guess it's the mascot.
Hi.
I don't even know. Choke up on the bat, Miranda. Yeah, Miranda, square up. How much do you know about softball? Enough to know what balls are. Okay, enough to know that the balls are relatively hard despite their name. But yelling is fun. Give it a shot. It's cathartic. Okay, so I don't think. Okay. So none of this really matters. What are you willing to sacrifice for one? Wait, what? No. No, that's not even. What are you willing to sacrifice to win? Leave it all out in the field, Miranda. If you want this, you're gonna have to plead for it. Who I assume is Miranda's father gives me a dirty look. I shoot back at him. That attitude is gonna bring Amanda to D1. Dad, please don't fight other dads while we're out here. Wish a couple innings of softball. They aren't ready for the major leagues yet, but Craig trained his team pretty well. He seems like he's pretty good with kids. Cake stained Craig is good with children. Whoa.
Huh.
It's amazing how hard hitting the ball and how no one has run off to the field crying yet. Amanda, dear, you have to let it go. Let what go? I'm perfectly fine. The opposing team is up for bat. They hit a fly ball into center field. The tiny little girl tries to get under the ball, but it misses her glove and hits her straight in the forehead. See? It's completely justifiable with fear. Girl pops down on the field and starts crying. Craig makes a beeline to her, checking her forward, comforting her until her parents arrive. He carries her off the field as she sobs. Man, it's strange to think about how the guy who once backflipped off a roof into a pool while shucking a beer, he's so responsible now. Oh my god. Batter and opposing team knocks a foul ball into the stands. I follow the trajectory and oh no, it's coming right for me. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I close my eyes and brace for impact. That's when it happens. Open my eyes and look over to see Amanda holding the softball, staring at it in amazement.
What?
I caught the ball. You saved me. I caught the ball, Dad. I caught the ball. You did it, Amanda. I faced my fears. I defeated the softball. I can do anything. I can defeat God. I'm proud of you, kiddo. Game ends and Craig's team is declared victors. We sit patiently as the girls line up to shake hands. Great job, everyone. We walk over to the dugout, congratulate Craig, who's talking with some of the parents. Craig, great work, man. Thanks, we've been working hard. Thanks, we've been working hard all season, and it's great to see it paying off. I'm proud of all my girls. Speaking of which, have you met Brian and Hazel? Brian and Hazel is what I said. Hi, Brian. Hi, Hazel. Hey, killer playing out there. Yeah, you kids rule. Thank ya. You guys are twins, huh? So which one do you see? You guys are twins, huh? So which one of you is the evil one? Hazel. Yeah, it's me.
Huh.
Good looking out. Do you guys ever pretend to be each other? I don't have a twin, but I think I'd be doing that constantly. Yeah, I take all of our math tests. I usually throw rocks and stuff, and when people get mad, I tell them I'm Briar. What? We'll talk about this later. Mitchell, bro, I got a couple more things to clean up, then we can hang. Sounds good. Then, one of the moms pops into the jumpers. Just then, one of the moms jumps to the conversation. Not so fast. We had to celebrate our win. I'm taking the whole team to get pizza.
Hi.
I don't know if I can. Nonsense. The girls won. What sort of celebration can we have without a fearless leader? She lays her hand on his shoulder and gives him goo-goo eyes. Man, this mom is laying out thick. Man and I share a look. All right. Is it cool if my bro comes along? Ah, sure. Of course.
Huh.
Where are we going? Thirsty's Pizza? What?
Huh.
What? It's a real place. Reminds me of the awful pizza we put in our bodies back in the day.
Oh.
Remember how we just used to fold whole pies in half and put in taco fillings inside of it? Pizza Coast. I can never forget. How did we survive college?
Oh.
Our bodies were younger back then, more elastic, more able to handle the toxic waste we put inside us. Good old days. I actually have never done Pizza Coast, but I am going to do it just because of this. I'm not kidding. Hey, give me a piece of that.
Whoa!
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I strictly eat salad here. Thanks for addressing the issue, Amanda. Dad. A different mom walks up, talking to Craig as if we weren't even there. Craig, thank you so much for looking after our kids. My daughter tells me every day how great you are.
Oh.
Oh, I'm happy to look after them. It definitely helps that I have my kids of my own. It's been so hard since Daniel left. I'm glad to know that my children have a strong male role model in their lives. Amanda and I look at each other again. Craig gets it from all angles, huh? Craig smiles sheepishly.
Oh.
Thank you so much, dude. Craig holds up a fist for fist bump for the mom in what I think is a maneuver to lighten the conversation. He looks super uncomfortable. I should throw him a bone here. I don't... Okay. Apparently none of this matters. Diversion. I pull out the first thing that comes to mind. Who watched Long Haul Ice... Who watched Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers last night? What? Calma Flint Dogbones visited a truck stop. Also, sir... I can't fucking read this. Calma Flint Dogbone visited a truck stop that was also a cemetery and led an exorcism of a ghost that was haunting the old hot dog grill. I nudge Amanda for support.
Whoa!
There's also demon hunting in one of the bathroom stalls, and it kept throwing poop on the wall. Pretty scary stuff.
Huh?
Actually, now thinking about it, I think there's a good chance that non-paranormal explanation for that. But still, quality television. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that either. Wow, we have so much in common. God damn it. She turns it back to me and talks to Craig. So I'm taking Hazel and Briar tonight for a sleepover, right?
Oh.
Yep, they're pretty excited about it. You keep them out of trouble, right? Oh, of course. I could always use some help watching out after everyone tonight if you're not doing anything. God, she's going for gold.
Hey!
It'll actually be nice to have a night to myself and River, but thanks for the invite. Martha, you might want to grab your child. She's stuffing pizza into the coin slot. Tiffany, not another arcade machine. I swear I'm about to buy it. Martha storms off towards her kid. She seems nice. Yeah, the team's one big weird family. Takes all sorts, right? Tiffany, don't eat the tokens!
Oh.
Tiffany's a stellar hitter. I think I might actually have time to talk to Craig now. You're a busy guy, huh? Only days like this. I hope. Dad. Hey, girls. Dad, can you help us beat our record? Dad, can you help beat our record on DDR? I told Aaron and his granddad that you could destroy him on the dance mat. Please help.
Oh, man.
Girls, you know I don't have my jukes anymore, right? But Dad! Craig looks at me with a hurt... Craig looks at me like a hurt puppy. Sorry, dudes. Duty calls. I promise I'll catch up in a bit. It's all good, buddy. Craig walks off with his daughters and I'm left alone with mine. God damn. He does get pulled over, and honestly, I'd be doing the pulling too, if you know what I mean. This... Okay. I'm gonna at myself real quick. This is my background. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not. I think we might have to be a third wheel here. There's worse places than an arcade to be left to your own devices. You're right. Want to drop some coin on a pinball? You know it. And immediately she gets a multi-ball. Looks like she takes after her father. You're pretty good. Don't patronize me. Hey, just trying to pay my... Minute shushes me. She's in her zen zone. She fights valiantly, racking up points by the millions. She's close to beating my score, but I feel honored just to be able to watch. Your friends are Craig, right? Janet from earlier walks up and leans up on the pinball machine. Yeah, we went to college together. Please don't lean on my thing. Oh, that's so interesting. So you don't know if he's, like, available? I honestly don't know if I could... Seriously, you're gonna make it tilt. Because it just seems like so much work to watch over his kids, and don't you think it'd be great? Lady, I swear to God. All of a sudden, a buzzer sounds and the game is over. Janet made the pinball machine tilt. You stone harpy. What?
Oh.
I said I have to go over there now and put pizza in my mouth so I don't say anything that'll hurt your feelings. Amanda?
Hey.
Bro. What's going on? Now's a chance. If we don't get out of here right now, we'll be stuck for the rest of the night. Fuck it, get us out of here. Amanda was about to beat the shell out lady and I fucking love it.
Oh.
Hope you don't mind bringing it out here, bro. Not at all. Finally get you have... It's good to finally get you all to myself for a second. Well, almost all to myself. Hold up. Craig walks over to the trunk of his car and pulls out 2 gloves and a softball.
Oh.
Up for some catch? This might be less catch and more of you throwing the ball and me running after it, but sure. We stand in the middle of the empty baseball diamond and start tossing the ball back and forth.
Huh?
I have a cooler in my car we can grab. There's only juice boxes in there. Man, fatherhood is strange. You're telling me. I can't believe I'm looking back at my cake-stained Craig days and reminiscing about it. This is some good times. I don't think anyone else could pull off a rare horizontal cake stand. It was a feat of discipline, bro. Trust me. I haven't properly hung out with Craig in so long. I don't know where to begin.
Oh.
I can't believe you have 3 kids. Neither can I. You know me. I'm an indecisive person. You switched your major 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah, I had no idea what I want to do with my life, but raising kids, when Brian and Hazel were both born, it finally made sense. It was almost like the whole time I'm trying to figure out. It was like the whole time I had spent trying to figure things out leads to them. I couldn't be happier about it. I don't think I ever cared about anything as much as I care about them. I had the exact feeling when Amanda was born. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It could be the only thing that ever happened to me, and I'd still be proud of the life I lived. So, softball coach is the life you wanted, or was the life that was thrust upon you?
Oh.
Well, I admit I was hesitant at first. Brian and Hazel had so much energy that we had to get them into sports, but no one was there to run the team. The more I did it, the more I saw how much it meant to the girls. I'm worried there'd be a riot if I quit. I'm afraid there'd be I would also be afraid of a bunch of tiny children with metal bats. They're quick and they work as a team. I train them too well. They take you down like a pack of velociraptors on a T-Rex. Exactly. So you run a business now?
Bro.
Yep, we sell fitness gear, imports and exports mostly, but we're coming up with our own line at athleisure. Athleisure, yeah, I read that right. Where? Soon. I know, I mostly use sweatpants for watching TV and not, you know, sweating. Sounds like you'd make a killing.
Oh.
If you ever need athletic gear, I got your back. You can sponsor me. I'd rep your athleisure wear while I mow my lawn. That's a glamorous lifestyle we're catering to, yes. It's nice out here. Quiet. Must be good to get away from softball moms for a bit, huh?
Oh.
Christ, Janet. Yeah, that was a lot. Are they always like that?
Nice.
Actually, this wasn't nearly as bad. Yikes. I'm just so not interested. Well, what are you interested in?
Oh.
Peace and quiet. That's hot. Hot silence.
Bro.
My ultimate sexual fantasy is sleeping in on a Saturday. But more seriously, I can't get back into dating right now. I couldn't if I wanted to. There's no time.
Oh.
I feel so uncomfortable trying to introduce a stranger to my girls' lives. They've already been through so much. I can't put them through that. Buddy, I hear you.
Oh.
So the moms can hit on me as much as they want, but the girls are my top priority. The right person will come along eventually. You don't have to rush it, man. Things will eventually fall in place for you. And someday you're going to find someone who cares about your kids just as much as they care about you. Bro, that's so sweet. I'm so gay. Well, I'm distracted. I miss a softball. It hits me straight in the head. Wow, it hurts. Amanda's right all along. Sorry, dude. Craig runs over to me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, let me do that dad thing for a second. Craig spends a moment examining my head. It's worse than I thought. Don't tell me you have to kiss to make it better.
Hey.
You would be so lucky. I mean, I feel like I earned it at this point. Waiting all day to hang out with you. Well. Yes! Craig leans in and kisses my forehead. Walk it off, champ. Are the lights on the softball field really hot, or is it just me? I get up and dust myself off. River yawns. Come on, little buddy. Must be getting tired, huh? Hate to say it, but I should probably head out. Certain things are so... You get older and life just kind of gets in the way, huh? We start walking to the parking lot. Hey, remember that one house party we went to that got broken up by a helicopter?
Bro.
How could I forget? You and me hopped over a concrete wall to get away. But on the other side of the fence was a parking lot full of But on the other side of the fence was a parking lot where a bunch of cops were parked.
Oh.
Oh, man, yeah. Can you imagine the look on our faces? We just walked straight past them like we're out for a stroll. And not knowing that we're at the party, they started joking with us about how big of a bust it was. We had to talk to them about 30 minutes. You told them you're interested in joining the academy.
Hey.
And they just started giving me pointers about the exam. Longest 30 minutes of my life. I'm in college. Good old days, right? So anyway, what the fuck did I major in? What do I do? What do I work? When do I work? Anyway, we back to our cars. Craig pulls me in for a hug, or at least as much as we can manage with a baby between us. Do you have enough time, huh? Guess not. Let me make it up to you. Let's hang soon, yeah? I'd like that.
Oh.
I yawned as I walked through the door, spotting Amanda hunched over a collage, glue stick in hand, burning through the midnight oil.
Yeah.
Do the sharks lip sync or do the shark hunters lip sync? Yes. I look over her shoulder at the collage. Amanda, this is some good art. Look at this good art you made. Thanks. I'm just about done. Like before, it's still a lot of dogs. One in the corner is a giant pile of cash, and the other it's... Amanda, is that me? Yep, the whole thing is about my goals in the future, and those goals are basically to sit on a giant pile of money with my 20 dogs and have a strong and mutually supportive relationship with my father into adulthood. Now you've done it. Get ready to watch your dad cry. Here it comes. It's happening.
Oh.
Oh, Dad, you did this with your good art. She passed me on the back. Hey, how was your hang with Craig? Oh, a tear from my eye. It was good. Craig guy sure is busy. Yeah, dude, the softball life isn't for quitters. Also, I'm very proud of you for facing your fears today. How does it feel? I'm on top of the world, Pops. I should start facing my fears more often. Oh yeah? How about tomorrow we hit the empty parking lots and start to practice, dare I say, parallel parking? Baby steps, Dad. I'll work my way up to it. Alright, I'm gonna hit the hay. Take care of the late night television for me, alright? I'll know you said hey. Hey.
Bro, that was perfect.
Anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and skip to the next part where we actually have another date with Craig. Because no one else is important at this point. Alright. This is the date where I kind of feel like I got screwed up a little bit. So this is the one where we go on our hike. And some shit happens. I remember that. Ever since the first time we hung out, I've been trying to get up a little early for runs. I don't think I'm gonna be as embarrassing as last time. Maybe I'll even be able to catch up with him now. Tap out a message to him on Dad Book. So some shit happens. And I got lost. And I couldn't fucking find anything. That's the easiest way I can really explain this without like spoiling everything, I guess. And then also the fact that he says emojis. He doesn't put emojis there. He says emojis. God, he's such a dad. I'm so fucking into him. Brunch? What's that? All right. All right. So we're gonna meet up with Craig in the morning.
Hey.
Skip all this. When I first started running in the mornings, it was pretty hellish. Now that I'm a few sessions in, it immediately became a little bit easier, despite it always ending with me dry heaving over a trash can. Is that what a runner's high is? Just dry heaving? I set my tennis shoes, throw in a t-shirt from Rider Summer I went to 20 years ago, and head out the door at a moderate jog. Craig is already outside and with River strapped to his chest.
Hey.
He's dressed head to toe in color-coordinated running gear. Wow, I look like a total schlub next to this guy. Hey, bro. Morning, Craig. River gonna be running with us?
Oh.
Best you can. Take it to the limit, aren't we, kiddo? Goo. Oh, I know what that means. Craig hands her a stuffed toy, which makes her smile ear to ear. That's Arnold the capybara. Sometimes it's the only thing that'll get her to stop crying. Oh, I've been there. Amanda had a stuffed panda that she carried around everywhere. She would throw a tantrum even if we tried to wash it. It was gross. So you've been running lately? Every morning for 30 minutes. I'm basically an elite athlete at this point. Well, try to keep it up. Where are we headed?
Oh.
I was thinking we could go a couple laps around the park. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Then we'll do some hill climbs up a slope. Okay, I could probably handle that. Then we'll close it off by doing some wilderness survival hike running to increase our agility. Suddenly struck with the overwhelming I'm suddenly struck with the overwhelming need to crawl back into bed. Sound okay to you? I usually like to throw some time murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you. That sound okay to you? I usually like to throw some time murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you since you're a beginner. That sounds like something I'm physically able to do.
Nice.
Great, let's get started.
Oh.
We arrive at the park. A few lone joggers are around the park, and A few other lone joggers make their way around the perimeter, and River waves enthusiastically at everyone who has. It's a lot more peaceful in the mornings, aside from the birds chirping and River gurgling away in the stroller. It's pretty quiet. Alright, good warm-up. That was the warm-up.
Hey.
Let's start the show.
Hey.
Take off your shirt. Craig reaches to his bag and tosses me a water bottle. I fumbled to it and thankfully didn't drop it. You gotta hydrate, bro. Fuck yeah. God damn it. Hey. I look down and pick up Arnold. You must have dropped this.
Oh.
Thanks for looking out, bro.
Hey.
You ready? Yeah. Finally finish our however many 10th lap around the park. I'm breathing heavily and I can't believe I didn't lose to Craig. I'm breathing Finally finish our however many 10th lap around the park. I'm breathing heavily, but I can't believe I didn't lose Craig. He's even breathing heavily too, which makes me feel a little bit better. I look down at my shirt and notice I'm drenched in sweat. Huh, it almost looks like a frowny face. That's one. What?
Nice.
I'm just kidding. Good hustle out there. I'm really impressed. You're way better than the last time I launched you off the treadmill. Yeah, man. You really pushed me to my limit just now. I can't believe it just held on.
Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta have someone there to push you on to. Sometimes you just need someone there to push you to your absolute best. I'm glad I can be that guy, bro. We're gonna make out now. Who's ready for hill climbs? Bath.
Oh.
There's my little cheerleader. Mitchell, you ready? The shortest. You bet. Craig takes me to a separate portion of the park where there's a steep hill that seems to go up forever. I strain my eyes to see the other joggers at the top. So what do we do now? We run up that thing. That looks like a lot.
Oh.
Mitchell, there's two things you need to know about this hill. One, don't stop running into... Okay. Mitchell, there's two things you need to know about this hill. One, don't stop running until you get to the top. And two, Craig points to the top of the hill.
Dude.
That's not the top. The shortest one. Let's do this.
I
finally reached the top of the hill after making my way past what I originally thought was the top of the hill. Once there, I hunch over my knees and gasp for air. My lungs are like daggers poking my ribs. I can feel my heart through my ears. River, I'm having a moment, please. Hoo boy. Craig looks like he's taking a beating as well. So he is human. Mitchell, put your arms on your head and stretch to your elbows. It'll help you breathe better. I do as Craig says. It feels a little bit better, but I'm still in agony.
Oh.
And here. He tossed me another water bottle. I hydrate as my... Craig tosses me the water bottle again. I hydrate like my life depends on it. Thanks, dude.
Hey.
Phenomenal work. You feel that lightness in your head? That's the runner's high. Oh, that's it. I thought I was just, dying. Want to take it slow for a bit? I would like that very much. As we're catching our breath, River starts crying. What's wrong, Sweet Pea? Do you want to play with Arnold? Craig looks around us.
Hey.
Oh boy, man down. I think we lost Arnold. River keeps wailing.
Dude.
Abandon my child's toy. We gotta find him, dude. It should be simple, right? We just gotta retrace the steps. I remember River having it down the bottom of the hill. Sure, yeah, that place. Craig and I jog down the path, searching high and low for the stuffed capybara, which Craig takes the time to explain to me is a large rodent native to South America. I'm not even gonna. We get to the place where River might have dropped it. It's still nowhere to be found. Looks like I got a mystery in hands. We have to get to the bottom of this. I suspect foul play. This looks like a prime case for world-renowned Detective Fazbear.
Oh.
Dude, it's time for bro adventure. A bro venture. We high-five and decide to jog back to the park to see if we can find any leads. So it looks like there's a couple places to check, and some bros around here that we can interrogate. Sounds good.
Bro.
Wait, who's good cop and who's bad cop? I think about it for a second. Well, I think with your stature and overall resilience, you would make an intimidating bad cop. But on the other hand, you have an adorable baby strapped to your chest, so that softens the edge a little bit.
Oh.
All valid points. I think you make a good... All valid points. I think you make a great good cop because of your congenital attitude and willingness to try new things. But then again, I've seen how you get when there's too many commercial breaks during a show, so you have potential to be a very scary bad cop. I don't want to have to watch Meat Hell in 3-minute segments with 5 minutes of commercials in between. And they're loud. The commercials are too loud. I just want to watch my shows in peace without people yelling at me to buy wiper fluid and stuff.
Bro.
Case in point. Let's play it more. Let's play it moment by moment.
Oh.
Smart.
Nice.
So, where to? Protective. Okay, we need to save. Anyway, go to the playground. We need to interrogate Joseph. I know he's got some shit on him. Let's see what Joseph's up to.
Oh.
Jog over to Joseph. He seems to be engrossed in his book. Joseph! He nearly drops his book.
Oh.
Hey guys, didn't think you'd see you two out here. Mitchell, are you exercising? Sure am. You know me. I just love to run and be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading? Oh, just a book about knots and rope tying.
Lawrence of
For boats.
Arabia.
Boat ropes. Right.
Hmm.
Say, you didn't see a stuffed capybara around here, right?
Oh.
What's a capybara? It's a large rodent native to South America. Just as thinks for a second. I haven't seen one around. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out. Your kids are here?
Hey.
Just looks around.
Oh, cracker.
They were here a second ago. They must have gone exploring around the park. Do you know where they could have run off to? They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes. They always come back. Sounds a little suspect, Joseph. Mischief, you say?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Wait. Am I being interrogated right now? No. Yes. Just doing a due diligence, Joseph.
Oh.
Arnold means a lot to River here. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they had their ears to the ground to the latest playground drama. They seem to be... They might be somewhere around the woods. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Boat ropes. Need a calm river. This is a pretty playground. Might as well get a couple swings in. What about Arnold? Maybe having a little swing might calm River down. Might buy some time. Right, she's about to know nuclear. That might prepare her for the possibility of not being able to find Arnold. Life is cruel and tough, but at least we'll always have swings. I sit on the swing next to her and immediately realize I'm stuck. River seems to love that. Craig eventually helps me onto the swing and decide to go back to the investigation. Move to another part. Alright, so we need to go to the field. Pretty sure River's suspect. Interrogate River. Wait, let me try this. It's always the culprit you least suspect. I get eye to eye to River, who still looks like she's on the verge of tears.
Dude.
Good cop. Hey, sweetie, believe me, nobody wants you to find your capybara more than me. But we need more clues. I think somewhere in that baby brain of yours might have something to lead us to the perp. So what do you say, kiddo? Ugh. I turn to Greg. We're getting nowhere out of this witness. Alright, so definitely need to go find the other kids. Go to the woods. Alright, so we need to go up to Robert. Close enough. Robert. Hey, Rob. Don't call me that. Alright, hi, Robert. Don't call me that either. Hey, yeah, buddy.
Oh.
What are you up to? Thinking. This is my thinking bench. I have to get a solid 2-3 hours of brooding per day, filling my quotas. If I by chance see a small stuffed capybara around, it's capybara. It's a large rodent native to South America. I know.
Nice.
So have you seen one?
Nice.
A stuffed one, not a real one. That'd be weird. Bad cop. Alright, Robert. We've been nice. Help us out or I'm gonna go off. Learn how to fight and then come back and kick your ass. You learning how to fight? Please. Well, fine. If you don't tell us where the capybara... well, fine. If you don't tell us what we want to hear, I'm gonna spoil the season finale, Long Haul, Paranormal Ice Road, Ghost Truckers.
Huh?
You're bluffing.
Oh.
But wait, my buddy here doesn't play by the rules. Mitchell will do it. Calvin Flint crashed. Stop! You're a monster! Robert sighs. I haven't seen any goddamn capybara, okay? Crap, I was really nailing the bad cop bit too. I thought for sure we had something.
Bro.
Now what, bro? Joe said the twins are around here, but I have no idea where we're supposed to find them. Wait, those creepy twins? Why didn't you tell me that they had something to do with this? Maybe I should have left the good cop, bad cop routine to the pros on TV.
Bro.
Yeah, Robert, bro. Do you know where they are? I do. A lot of people underestimate the senses of a man who broods. I saw him lurking around here a little bit ago. Where'd they go? Right into the woods. I'd be careful though. I don't trust them. But then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. I take that back. You're an old soul, kiddo.
Oh.
Thanks for your help, Robert. The woods. Go deeper. Why'd the music get creepy? Why'd the music get creepy? I stare into the depths of the forest. Who knows what could be in there? Are you prepared to face what might be in here? Yes. I'm ready, partner. Bro, it's you? Nope. But if it gets River to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do it. We start down the path of the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any signs of Arnold. There are no squirrels, no birds, anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly, we hear voices. Want to do it? You got to do it last time. Craig and I come to a clearing where we find Kristen and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there.
Hey.
Put your tiny hands where you can see him. Kristen and Christy just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff. My heart's responding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lie in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him?
Nice.
Arnold! Goop. You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair. Finders keepers. No, it's finders keepers. Did I say that wrong? I don't care anymore. That's our property, and you desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Yeah, it doesn't have your name written on it. Actually, it does. See on the foot there? Chrissy looks at the foot. I can't read. Craig looks at me.
Oh.
Bro, there's no use arguing with him. River sniffles. Craig looks exhausted.
I don't know.
Wait, what? No way. Okay. Did I mess something up? Move to another part. Then we go to the field. Carmenista.
Hey.
Check out the squirrels that they told us to talk about. It's in the tree. There they are. Carmenista is telling the truth. These are some rad squirrels. River seems happy. That might have bought some more time. Okay. Now we can look for clues here. Carefully comb through the field of grass and flowers. I can't seem to find much besides a couple ladybugs and a nickel. While I'm looking, Craig calls out for me from across the field. Mitchell!
Hi.
Jog over, and Craig's kneeling over the grass, inspecting something. I approach it with my heart in my throat. I lean over. As I lean over Craig, I see it. This is Arnold's leg. I put my hand over his eyes. No one should have subjected to this senseless violence. Oh God, who or what would do this?
Oh man.
I don't know, but I think might be dealing with something beyond our grasp. I can't look at this anymore. I turn around, trying to wipe the image of the stuffing strewn across the ground from my mind.
I don't know.
We're running out of time. We may already be too late. Bag it and tag it. Let's keep moving. Take it, River.
Nice.
All right, let me try this.
Bro.
Okay, do good cop again. Then we go to the woods. And this is when we go to Robert. We gotta be a baddie.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, now we get to go deeper into the woods. Hopefully, this lets me fucking do it.
Oh.
Alright, yes.
Oh. Oh.
I want to do it. You got to do it last time. Craig and I come to a clearing where we find Kristen and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there.
Hey.
Put your tiny hands where we can see them. They just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff. My heart is pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lie in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him?
Hey.
Arnold! Goob. You heard the baby. Hand the capybara. No fair. She says finders keepers, right? No, it's finders keepers. No, not... Oh, I read that wrong the whole fucking time. No, not finders keepers. That's our property and you desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Craig holds up Arnold's severed leg. I have to look away.
Oh.
You two got sloppy. You left behind evidence. I think you'll find that this leg fits perfectly into the body. Christian and Christy look at each other. They don't know what to do. How about a deal? You give us the capybara and we won't tell your dad about this. Fine. She hands over the stuffed animal. And give us the safety scissors. They're clearly no longer safe in your hands. She hands them over. I'm glad we can figure this out. Come on, partner. Fuck yeah. Yeah! God, I spent so much time on that. Craig and I start making our way out of the woods. He turns around and calls back to the twins. And tell your dad not... and tell your dad to stop letting you watch true crime shows. Oh my god. With the cup on our back with its rightful owner, Craig and I shambled to a nearby diner, exhausted from our adventure. We found ourselves in a corner booth and settled in.
Oh.
That was a tough case, but we cracked it. We're different now. Changed. Did we get too deep?
Bro.
It's nothing with a hearty brunch can't fix. My stomach grumbles. I realize how big of an appetite I worked up. Brunch. Give me brunch.
Oh.
I have a strong philosophies. I have strong philosophies on brunch. I have strong philosophies on brunch. Craig, you talk a lot. Your pretty face cannot talk this much. The first thing you do is divide your brunches between bougie brunch, the upper class mimosas and egg benedict brunch, and grinder brunch. Just give me the coffee and bacon cheesy hash brown brunch. There's a time and place for both, and I think most of life is figuring out which one you need more. So what kind of brunch dad are you, Mitchell? I'm fucking grimy, dude. Make it fried and oily, clean the floors with a hose, I'll be happy. Fine choice, but wait, aren't you going on a health kick? Carb load. Nothing like a mountain of cheesy potatoes O'Brien to refuel after a run, right? That's not remotely how carb loading works. A young waitress passes out menus as Craig situates River into a high chair. Is this your kid? You betcha. She's so cute. Hi, you. Hey, kid, middle school's gonna be really tough, but if you can make it through that, you can make it through anything. The waitress walks away, winking at... Ooh. The waitress walks away after winking at Craig. Stop it. He's mine! Seems like the most eligible dad bachelor in town.
Oh.
I guess so. Anyway, here's the thing about brunch. You don't do business during brunch. Brunch is a time for rest, relaxation, and restoration with those that you love. And while we're having brunch at traditionally brunch time, the most important thing is to remember that brunch isn't a time, it's a state of mind. If you can't have brunch on your plate, you can always brunch in your heart. I don't disagree with you. I just don't know if I can match your intensity.
Oh.
I'll open your eyes, bro. Just you wait. We order our food, and the waitress, after blatantly hitting on Craig multiple times, eventually brings us our brunch feast. River munches on the cereal right next to us, more or less managing to get into her mouth. I gotta say, man, it's really great having you back around and hanging out with. Thanks for being so busy at work and fitness and the kids, I just haven't had time to go out and get to know people. With you here, it's like we're picking up where we left off. I know the feeling, man. Moving to a new place has been really tough for me, especially with Amanda going off to college soon. You're making this a lot easier. Craig smiles at me.
Hey!
Why'd you... Hey, twice. That was weird. It feels really good to go on another adventure with you, dude. Just like old times. For a while, I forgot about everything that was bothering my life, and it was just me and you... More coffee?
I don't know.
Oh, no thank you. So, do you, like, work out? Yeah? Mostly calisthenics, but I try to live as part of the regimen. That's so cool. I've been looking for a workout buddy, you know? I wish I could help you out, but I'm enjoying brunch with my workout bro right now. Hello. Well, if you change your mind... we can take you anywhere, can't we? It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Next time I hang out, it should be in the middle of the woods where nobody can interrupt us. Also, maybe some different woods other than the ones that the little kids try to bisect anything. Craig laughs.
Bro.
Remember all that Man, remember our camping trips back then? Joshua Tree, Yellowstone? That was the best.
Oh.
I'd give anything to do it all over again. Dude, we should go camping the weekend. I don't know, bro. I'm an adult now. I have all these adult responsibilities. I don't think I can just drop everything to go hang out in the woods for a few days, you know? Come on, dude. If we plan things right, we can do this. Craig, don't you ever do anything for yourself? Craig stares in the coffee mug.
Oh.
Craig stares through his Moffy mug. Moffy mug is what I said. Of course I do. Yeah, like what?
Oh.
Sometimes I let myself have one scoop of vanilla ice cream before bed, but only if I didn't meet my caloric intake for the day. And sometimes I let myself hit the snooze alarm, but only once. Dude, you gotta relax sometime or it's gonna kill you. Please come camping with me. It'll be so fun, bro. I guess we can get Smash Lady to take the kids for the weekend.
Oh.
I think about it. Finish our brunches and head out to the cul-de-sac.
Oh.
By the way, great job keeping up to date. Seems like you're already making a lot of progress. I'm probably gonna need a little bit of recovery time after this. To the gross. I'm I probably need a little bit of recovery time after this. Tell the girls I said hello.
Hey.
Oh well, see ya. Productive. Say goodbye to Craig and step inside. God, I'm ready for a shower, a gallon of water, and a nap. I bet Amanda's still asleep.
Huh.
What's up, Amanda? Morning. Afternoon, actually. Right. How was brunch? It was good. We kind of got sidetracked because we had to travel through the depths of Maple Bay Dark Underbelly to find Toy River. It was good. We kind of got sidetracked because we had to travel through the depths of Maple Bay Dark Underbelly. It was good. We kind of got sidetracked because we had to travel through the depths of Maple Bay's Dark Underbelly to find a Toy River drop, but, you know, I actually feel pretty... My legs give out. I found myself on the floor in the hallway. I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. You take your time getting up.
Man, that was amazing.
Fuck
Just
you.
like back in college. I've missed you, dude.
Oh. Wait, there was a Marinara thing. I saw it. I saw that shit. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna save here. And we're also gonna skip to the next date again.
Welcome. You've got dads.
It's time for the date. Let's fucking go, bitch. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, but it's good to know we'll be able to find time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I get improvement in my life. Well, health, but same thing. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from the college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags in the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything's ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's gonna be spending this weekend on a school trip on the nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a night since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle, sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to find the zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this boy all zipped up, I'm ready to go. How much did you pack? Seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all my camera equipment. It's all my camera equipment, lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series and national monuments. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princes as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes this. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be at the woods, out in nature, you know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature, the old matter the trees. Are gonna be alright on your own?
Yes.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna have you signal out there. I won't be able to text you or call you.
Eh?
Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just voted off the International Haunted Host Saunders. What? Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was just pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. And they're very beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Alright, Datron, I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could probably get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. God, I love her. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped in some camping gear on top of the modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the vapors here. Yeah. Never fear. These muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep. On our way to the school trip in Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashers for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of the stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no. What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break in your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just... I... Try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do you have anything to listen to? All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through pages after pages of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find a very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on. Why can't I speak right now? I get to the very end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstain Mega Mix. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo and I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon after enough, we're happily scream singing to the lyrics of each song that we fly through down. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate. You brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent the entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who really had a bad cough and sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. The RA was so suspicious of us, but we never proved anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Plus the pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. Hours fly as we belt through whatever tunes non-existent. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas. Vistas? Of everything amazing nature has to offer. It feels good to be back out here. Real good. Real good. We park our car at the entrance of a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that we've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything alright? Yep, just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know it could be huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in all the trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? No reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize that look of anxiety in Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? There won't be. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? I don't know. Craig. I'm a relaxed boy. That's my dude. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We should find another campground that gets good cell reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My data instinct is kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have signal and there's no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away. No matter how old your kids are, you gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan is to get away from all of it and just focus on ourselves for this trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing in the woods. Craig looks at me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell service, just two dads relaxing in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get back. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're both the only people here. I can't believe we still have this tent. Found it in my attic, already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think I'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric on the poles on the ground. We unfold the tent to the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still don't do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. Oh my god. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what the tent would look like if somebody would draw a picture with one of their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against the storm, but I think I'll be able to survive the night. We set out a couple chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go. Look at this kingdom we built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats, drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we're going to sit on. So what's next to the Camp Strava? What's on the next Capstravaganza docket? Well, now that we have a shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way, and I'm sure we can hike to. Let's get hiking. Craig and I adventure through the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me.
Bro.
Dude, does that look like what it think it looks like? Look over and see what it's pointing. Oh god, it does. The tree looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt trees. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. Even has black. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. Even has back dimples. I thought we were gonna have a great time. I thought we were gonna have a great time camping, but it makes it even better. Craig holds it back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let's analyze this tree further. God, that's terrible. Best thing about this is that there's no daughters that tell us when jokes are bad. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead, and we get closer. I hear water running. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs to the river. Mounts a gate by the genuine beauty of the place. We go to investigate. The old waterfall.
Hey!
It's gorgeous. Nature's so rad, dude. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. I think we could jump off of that like old days. This old dad is happy to hear on dry land. Looks like you could go for a climb right over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately strips. I can't help but sneak a peek. That's a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He started making his way over the waterfall by the time I finished my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We've lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Let's put on a show. If the clothes are coming off, then it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me a wolf whistle. I turn to give my big booty a spank. This one's for you, big boy. I took my shirt off and drop it in the pile of Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and to the tiny lake. It seems like so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that honestly, I'm still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines watching and hoping I wouldn't have to bring him home on a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from the water. Whoa. He treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to not think? How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns to a really graceful belly flop. Oh, I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurfaced to find Craig giggling. I rate the belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splashed the water at Craig. You sure about that? I splash at him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Dunk him. I lunge at Craig for managed to get him in an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all my dad's strength to lift Craig out of the water. Hey! And I drop him down on the splash. Craig bounces back in the water.
Hey!
My turn. Oh no, it seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him. He grapples me and he clears superior muscles and quite literally tosses me across the water. I emerge from the water devastated.
Oh.
You think I did all those pull-ups? You think I did all those pull-ups so I could just look good with a shirt off? Nah, bro. These arm cans are dad launchers. Craig does a playful flex at me. Damn. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it.
Huh?
Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There's peace. Man, that jump is such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? Are we still at the top? We run all the way up the slick rocks and cannonball up the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form, that one. Want to go again? Got one more in you? I live for danger. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should go back before it gets too dark. Alright, but are you sure? It's my time to jump. I screwed to the tops. It doesn't say. I'm done. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice they're soaking wet. Maybe a spotlight wasn't the best idea. Oh, it's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple steaks and chopped potatoes in tin foil. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling to the relaxation station, and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember that entire sophomore year diet he consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved. And you have to and have trouble believing that the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure. Let me get my matches. Craig reaches to his backpack. He runs around the bag, pulling things out, checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
I don't know.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag. Still can't find it. My stomach grumbles, and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. I really need to get the fire started. Alright, well, not the end of the world.
Oh.
I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure things out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We need some wood. Just to the trees around us.
Oh, man.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder.
Oh.
We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house, depending on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials we could conceptually make a passable looking fire.
Oh.
Just that fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is setting now and the cool breeze rushes through the leaves around the trees. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past. I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Anyone can help. Give me some moral support, lift my spirits, and we'll make this fire happen. Go overboard. You're really giving that fire the business. You're an amazing, hardworking father with a steady work ethic, and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero, and the neighborhood dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great. Bro, stop. You're making me cry. All right. I don't want your tears putting out the fire. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice glowing fire. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas.
Oh.
Hooray for not dying. I take a seat on one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. Watches Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and the fire starting, I'm able to relax a little bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. This is turning into like a 3-hour fucking video. It's going so long, just like my dick. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks on the pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger while blasting them both in butter. It was basting, not blasting, but same thing. Well, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I've ever seen him get in the college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? He used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk.
Oh.
I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks on a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Oh.
Dude, let it rest. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He plates it in a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. I can't stop staring at his fucking abs. Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven.
Oh.
That's what I like to hear. Remember how an entire semester we'd eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job. Now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed of how much you've gotten your life together. He laughs, but there's no humor in it.
Oh.
I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks this out. He really grew out his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem much older than he actually is. Since the maturity he didn't have in college, he looks exhausted. You okay?
I don't know.
Yeah? Come on, dude. I've known you long enough to see that you're down.
I don't know.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize how drained I actually am. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh, man.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure that they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And you work out a lot so you can crush anyone that stands in the way. I don't want that. I just don't want to fall back into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes for them, if that's what it takes to raise them well, that's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Hey!
I do though. I eat right and exercise. That's not what I mean. You're too little butter and too much toast, you know.
Dude!
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy to take care of everyone else's. You matter too.
Oh.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them. But I can't explain it, man. It's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, the voice keeps telling me that I don't deserve it. To be honest, I feel guilty being out here. Craig, you're trying your best, and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you still deserve happiness. Do I, though? Oh, Craig. Of course you do. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend he is, and even better father he is. He's compassionate, hardworking. He's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If only you could see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up, walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, you're gonna use that campfire to torch some. Oh, you're gonna use that campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Hey!
You still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, it used to be completely black and... As I recall, it used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me, and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice, I'll be competitive again. We sit at the warm glow of the campfire, watching the embers float up from the sky. We sit at the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah?
Oh.
I miss this, Mitchell. Me too. We stay here till it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber to the tent. We crawl into the tent and unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No, wait, here. He ends up sleeping bag and spreads it out so enough room for both of us to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night. I roll over and face each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver without realizing I found myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath. On my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. Open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hands find a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Oh, man.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings can't deny anymore. Yes! Bro, me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me in closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing lines on his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight.
That was a gold medal performance for sure.
Finally. Alright. All this stuff is probably the same. We're gonna skip right to whenever we talk to Craig. Looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. It's what they're up to. Alright, Briar. Alright, Briar, think of his shape. Hazel, what is she thinking? Square. Briar. Star. We'll get it next time. Amanda leads in close to Briar and Hazel. Why can't I fucking speak at all right now? Amanda leans in close to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys, you can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as a third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet. You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, they're gonna be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are you gonna be finishing? Each other's sentences. See? Third twin. I have to go. Let's see what happens. Looks like someone's here waiting to talk to you. Glance over to the back of the yard where Craig is standing on a bench beneath a cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and Emma's are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Craig as the last guests make their way out of the party.
Oh.
Bro. This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. If you're at cake stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want my hip getting replaced after a party trick goes wrong. We can leave cake stand in the past. I'm taking this weekend to relax. This party is my first stop out of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop is Napville. Pull into the Mitchell Concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Napville. I might have to meet you halfway eating food directly off of your own stomach town. We both giggle. But man, do I really want to pour some chips on my belly while hanging out in the hammock. Craig, I'm glad you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked it was until I got away from the city. It's honestly just as destructive as binge drinking every night and eating burritos off the floor. I guess we need to make our way out of the city more often then. Craig kicks his legs over the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying down on my... Yes! Craig kicks his legs off the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying down on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. I'm trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself.
Oh.
It's a process. It's gonna take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bro. Craig, I'll be your bro till the day I die. And if it means being your bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, I'll happily oblige.
Oh.
He looks up at me. He looks up at me smiling.
Oh.
Bro,
Hmm.
that means so much to me. He sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Bro. We both laugh.
Oh.
You and me, we're gonna be all right. Yes! Another good ending. Another good ending. That's all I fucking wanted. Oh. Oh my god, that's all I wanted is a good ending with him. And for the piece of resistance, it is the picture at the end. Not only with the one of Amanda, but this one. I love him. Alright guys, that's another perfect date down. So, if you guys are liking the content so far, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and watch the other ones, because I do have all the other endings coming up and or uploaded already. Also, I do have my ending, which was not a perfect ending at all. I'm actually pretty upset over it, but it's fine. But you should go check that out. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.